I assume, as always with these things, you have no idea if you're actually live before someone drops in and says, hey, you're actually live. Now I think I'm live though. So I'm going to start as soon as I get a sip of water. My friends, welcome today. And today we're going to talk about funnels, what they are, why you should care, and why I think this is important. And what is even more interesting this week is, have you noticed there is something going on? I've gotten like 4 gazillion emails from every possible business in the entire world telling me to go buy their stuff at a cool new discount. I think it's Black Week. And I think it has to do something with Black Friday, and then it's Cyber Monday, and then it's Crazy Wednesday, whatever it is. So it's a good time of the year to pick stuff up. That's what it is. Either way, I'm also going to tell you about our Crazy Black Friday offer, because obviously we have one as well. If you want to test CoachBox, you can do that for $3 for 3 months. I'm actually going to do this. Look at this now. I'm being fancy now. Put together this. Our Black Friday offer is CoachBox Pro, the big version, for $3. $3 for 3 months. And you get bonuses worth over 12,000. And that's USD, by the way. So go check that out if you want to get it and test this and see if it makes sense for you and how we can help you with your business. Because by the end of the day, that's why we're here. And that's why we're doing these CoachBox Mastery masterclasses on Thursdays. I think that's the most important piece of everything. I'm going to leave that rolling a bit there if you want to go check it out while I prepare. So if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, if you want us to do anything different, if you want something more, if you want something else, you let us know in the comments below. And as soon as you do that, we are able to follow your lead and we're able to help you and get that done. And that, my friend, is regardless if it's something I can help you with or if it is something that I need to bring in someone else to help you with. By the end of the day, what matters is that we help you move your business forward. And we work with coaches, trainers, consultants, all type of people who sell knowledge, who want to help other people advance their business or advance their life or do something else. As long as you want to help people, we're here to help you get it done. So without further ado, let me get rid of the Black Friday thing at the bottom. Or actually, let's test if I still can have it there while I do this. I think this is going to be cool. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I'm going to add that here. I'm going to rename this to funnels. We know what we're talking about. Don't want to lose track of that as we go, right? So what is a funnel, you might ask? Let's actually start there before I share my screen and go into that. What is a funnel? You've heard the term. You've probably been in several funnels by now. But what is a funnel? We're going to keep it super easy. A funnel, my friend, is a way for people who have no idea what you're offering, has never heard of you, to hear about you, to go into the top of the funnel. And as the funnel narrows down, some of them will trickle out at the bottom and become your customers or clients. A funnel is a different way of being seen online. And I'll show you 2 examples of this. I'm going to go to a regular website. And then I'm going to go to a funnel. And I'm going to show you the difference here. This page that we're coming up on in just a sec is very well known to literally anyone in the world. Right here, we have Coca-Cola's website. This, my friend, is a website. First and foremost, we have to choose where in the world are we? Where are we coming from? Let's just choose something here. I end up on this page. Everything now is in Czech. Obviously smart since I don't speak Czech. But it's a website. I can go anywhere. I can read about the products. I can do literally anything from here. It's super hard for anyone to know what am I supposed to do if I don't know that I'm looking for information about something. This is a website. This is not a funnel. This is the hardest way to get people to take action on anything you have. Let me jump over here to the Black Friday offer that we're running. This is a funnel. There's no nav bar, nothing. You can't go anywhere here. You can close the window down and you can leave here. That's what you can do. Or you can scroll down, you can read, you can find a button, and that button opens up a pop up. That's all it is. It's a video, but there's nothing more here. Super, super funneled, so to speak, because all it does is it lets you see something specific, something very specific in this case, which is this offer. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. There's no nav bar. You can close the window or you can click the button. Can't do anything else. That's all it is to it. And when you click this button and you go through and you check out here, what's going to happen then is you go into the actual funnel. And in there, you're going to have a couple of more options. You can upgrade, you can add stuff. And by the end of the day, you finish your ordering your purchase and you're done. Compare this, which is super focused, to what we just saw here with this huge website with so much information. So much information. It's a huge difference in how we drive people and drive traffic. And if you're just starting out, there's virtually no point for you to get a classical, the Coca-Cola website here. No point. Don't build it. You're going to spend so much time building that specific website that by the end of the day, you will spend more time building it than people will spend looking at it. Because especially in the beginning, you don't have enough people seeing your stuff. So what is most important then? The most important piece is to find people who is actually interested in what you have to offer and start communicating with them directly. I'm going to show you a different way, a different funnel type. This is a classical opt-in funnel. Here's where we're giving away a free guide. That's what we're giving away here. There's no nav bar. There's nothing. You can't do anything but click this button or close the window. And if you go and try to close the window, we're going to give you one last chance to get the guide by giving us your full name and your email. A different type of funnel. This is an opt-in funnel. I'm going to talk a bit more about the anatomy of funnels and how they work, but I just want to show you different ways of this. This is an offer funnel where we actually sell something. Right here, we sell it. And right here, we give something away. And you've seen this a million times. So when you're starting out, what I strongly suggest you do is you create an opt-in funnel. Someplace super, super simple, like this one, where you can actually just get someone's information. You can put this together with the templates or you by yourself in a couple of minutes. And that's that. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. This offer, slightly more complicated. You do this when you offer and sell something specifically. And the website here, you do that when you have a bunch of people coming in and you don't have to worry about traffic anymore. That's when you can focus on that. And that's when you hire someone to build your website. Don't build your website yourself. I think that's kind of a tough spot to be in, to have to do that. So how do we get people to see a funnel? And what happens when someone goes into a funnel? That's what I'm going to walk you through right now. So again, let me share your screen. I'm going to draw up for you now the basic anatomy of a funnel. And from the left here at the top, we have some type of traffic. And when I say traffic, I mean someone who clicked an ad, or went to a opt-in page, or saw a post on Facebook and clicked a link somewhere where someone came from. Doesn't matter where it's from whatsoever, but someone saw something you put out there and they clicked a link. And when they click on that link, they get taken to a specific place. They're taken to the first page in your funnel. And what I'm going to create is this specific funnel right here. And I'm going to draw that out and tell you how that works. When they end up on this first page, typically you have a video here telling them what they're about to pick up, some information about what that thing is, and a button telling them to fill out your information right here, and we'll send you this thing, or we'll give you this thing. And if we look at this funnel, it's what it is. Headline, some information, and a button. Only thing that differs is I don't have a video on this page. Doesn't have to be video, could be video, doesn't have to be. So that's the first page. It's the landing page, we typically call these. A landing page. Fair and square. Nothing special with it, nothing crazy with it, but it's what it is. So when people click that button, they get a pop-up. And when they fill out the pop-up with the information here, two things happen. The first thing is your system, if you set it up correctly, will send them an email with the actual thing. In this case, they would get the guide we're offering them because we set it up so when someone fills out their information right here, the system automatically sends them an email with the thing. So we don't have to worry about that. The second thing that happens is they get redirected to a different page. And this second page is an important page. And I'll tell you why in just a second. When someone ends up on this second page, this might be your only opportunity to build a relationship with someone or build some type of authority. So on this page, what we typically want to have is a video of you walking them through what they just picked up on this page over here. A training video of you walking them through the thing they just picked up. Some information about this thing and a new button. And I'll get to that button in a second. But before I do, I want to tell you the video here, typically we say between 5 and 15 minutes. It's a good time for you to educate someone and teach someone a skill from this specific video where you build a relationship. One of the most important things where people typically miss is that when they pick up this free thing, most of the time it doesn't solve all their problems. It's just a start on the journey to actually solving the problems, right? You learn a couple of things in the beginning, and then you need to do more stuff. So what you have to explain to people here is that specifically. Some people might think this is going to be the catch-all, do-all thing, where if I just read this thing or do what he's saying here, I'm going to solve all my problems. That's typically not the case. And you know that if you work with more complex things, that you can't solve it like that. It's a process to it. So this video is your opportunity to train someone, build a relationship with them, and actually give them a lot of value. Because everything we do and everything I teach is built on you delivering value, delivering something that is good and that is helpful to other people. I think that is an important aspect of it. So this page, we can call it a video sales letter if you want to, because what we're selling them on is the idea that this thing is helpful, that this thing they just picked up could actually help them solve their problem. But it's also building a relationship with you. And that's important. Now, with that said, most people who land on this page won't watch the video. How good is that? You record a video and no one watches it. So what we'll do is we'll set the system up to send reminders for people to actually go watch the video. And then you might ask, well, how do we know if they watched the video or not? Well, inside of CoachBox, you can track that. You can keep track of how long into a video someone watched. And then we can trigger an email to go out based on if they didn't watch the entire video, based on if they only watched 50%, or whatever parameter we want to set up. So if they haven't watched the entire video, we send them an email. Hey, go watch it. I think you'll enjoy this. I think it's going to help you. So it's important. That's why we send the emails here, because most people who land on this page won't watch it. And most people who land on this page won't fill in their information. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with you. Your offer isn't bad. You're not doing a bad thing. It's working. It's just we have to test it out. Around 20% is a good opt-in rate. If you can get that, it's a good one. Anything more, perfect. Anything less, something needs to change. Let's take a look at that. And if you want to get help with that, reach out and I'll be happy to help you. Take a look at your page, see if we can fix that, or try to do some research, understanding where things are falling apart or where they're not working right. So if you want to help, you reach out. I'll do that completely for free. So 20% here, people land here. Most people won't watch it. That's why we send the emails. We had the button, if you remember that one. On this button, when people click there, they're actually going to get the opportunity And what I'm drawing here is obviously your calendar. They're going to have the opportunity to book a call with you and have a conversation. And of course, the calendar as well is part of CoachBox. So you have that already in the platform. Don't have to worry about any integrations at all. And the funnel, of course, you build inside of CoachBox as well. So when you get to the calendar side, they can book a call with you. And obviously, when they book a call, if you're old enough, you know what I'm trying to draw here. It's one of these olds. We used to sit for hours when I was a kid in the old telephone with these squirrely small lines. Do you remember those? You can get extensions for those. So you can walk from the living room all over to the bedroom and back with your phone. Quite different for today, right? Old times, what it was. So some people will book with you and have that conversation. A few of those people will actually sign up and buy stuff from you, which is amazing, which is what we want to do because we want to help them and we want to make money while we're helping people. And that's fine. But some people will come to the call and they will decide not to buy. And that is perfectly fine as well. But we're missing one component right here. When people watch this video, if they watch the entire video, but they didn't book a call, guess what? We're going to send them reminders to actually go and schedule that call and have that conversation. And all of this is automated. We don't sit and do that manually because we can't. Everything is automated. We do that completely automated, set it up, set it, forget it, and it just works and runs. So we drive them here and say, hey, go book that call and have that conversation. So when people actually book the call, we're missing a component again. You know what? We need reminders because I forget stuff. I want reminders that I'm going to have a call with you on Tuesday, 9 p.m. to actually show up on the call. This, my friend, is the follow-up sequence, and this amounts to around 70% of all sales in the online space. Think about that for a second. If you don't have a follow-up sequence in place, you're losing out on 70% of all sales in your business. 70%. It's crazy. And I can tell you from experience, it sucks not to have this because you're not making enough money. It's not a good place to be. So we need to have a follow-up sequence. It's super important. It needs to be automated. But what about the people over here that didn't sign up? Well, could be a gazillion reasons why they didn't sign up. So we're not going to leave them here and never talk to them again. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to follow up with them again. And we're going to follow up with them, not sending them emails like, hey, go buy stuff. But we're going to follow up with them with one goal in mind: to help them out because we care. And we're going to follow up with them for as long as we can, for as long as we created a sequence, for as long as we created a campaign, for as long as we created the follow-up and nurture sequence. Because you know what they are struggling with, meaning you can send them blog posts, you can send them videos, you can send them articles, you can send them tools, you can send them useful websites, you can send them other guides, other things you created to help them out. Because by the end of the day, we're looking to help them out. That's all it is, nothing more, nothing less. Help people. And this, my friend, even though it looks horrible because it's hard to draw with a mouse on a PC, what you have on your screen right now is the basic and most powerful funnel you could possibly have in your business. This is the first thing you have to create. If you don't have this in place in your business right now, I can tell you you're losing out on sales and you're losing out on leads, and not just a few, a lot of them. And one of the big reasons here why people, when they run ads, don't get any success from this, you think that has anything to do with the follow-up sequence? Anything at all? Could it be a little bit? Could it impact anything? Quite a lot. This is why ads typically don't work for people. They don't have a follow-up sequence. So by the end of the day, they get people here, they don't sign up, or they do sign up, but they don't watch the video, they don't book a call, and they don't have a follow up sequence. They don't have a nurture sequence to get them to schedule the call, have the conversation, and either sell stuff or get them into actually getting nurtured and getting back on a call eventually and then working together. It's what it is. Give you an example of this. The typical ad, this is data from Facebook, by the way. The typical ad for a coach, this was 2021, so it could have changed, but just to give you a general hint here, again, we have traffic coming from that way. The typical funnel that Facebook saw people running was a funnel like this, where they had a video inviting people to a webinar. And people clicked and they went to go and sign up for the webinar, where they had a form where they filled out the form. And then they had the actual webinar at some point here. But what is interesting is that if they went to this page where they could see what it was and click the button to go sign up, if they actually signed up here, there was no nurture sequence whatsoever after this. Or there were just between 2 and 3 emails sent. And that was it. So if you're spending money, let's say you spend $1,000 to drive people here, and you don't follow up with them before on a webinar or in any way here, you're losing out on money. Quite a lot of money, actually. So if you look at this, 2 to 3 emails was the standard for sending out for a webinar invite. Compare that with what we just created here. Now, this doesn't have to be 4 specifically or 2 specifically. It's just me drawing, right? But there needs to be a nurture sequence, and you have to have the follow-up. It's crucial for your business, and you need to set it up so it's automated. If you don't have it automated, it's going to be a nightmare. I usually tell the story. I lost around $350 or $35,000 to keep it easy, so everyone understands the currency. When I started out, because I let an agency help me with this, and they helped me set up the ad, and we run ads, lots of ads. Nothing. We had no follow-up. I don't hardly think we got leads, maybe a few of them. Didn't have a follow-up. Cost us so much money, so much frustration, and it was a nightmare, because you feel, or I felt, like it was something wrong with me, and it was in reality nothing wrong with me. It was a bad setup. The agency didn't tell me that because they made money, so they were happy. I didn't know. I thought they were doing a great job, and there was something wrong with me. And I can tell you right now that it's if you don't have the success you're looking to get here, chances are it's not you. It's a process. You need to look at the process, and you need to understand, all right, what am I doing? What is working? How can I improve this? How can I change it? How can I tweak it? Because typically, small changes is the most important thing of all of this. And again, I'm going to say this, I'm going to maybe for the final time pull this up again. If you don't have this funnel in place, you need to make sure to get it in place. You need to give people something of value up here. You need to build a relationship. You need to get them to schedule with you. You need to have the conversation. You need to sell them onto your product. If you don't have this, you need to get it right now. If you need help, you reach out. Write in the comments. I'll reach back out, or send me a DM. Reach out to me. Make sure to have someone look at it, or have someone explain it to you so you understand what to do. You need to get it done, and you need to get the follow-up done. And I can see someone commented a while back that the follow-up is the most important part of this. 70%, my friend, is from the follow-up. And again, we're building trust. We're building a relationship. No one wants to get like force-fed with offers and stuff. What we're looking for is people getting help and getting support. That's the most important thing. So just to recap a little bit what we talked about today, we talked about what funnels are and why you shouldn't build a website. That's the general outcome of what we're talking about. And to go back here, let's see if I can get it in a language we actually understand. Czech was a bad decision for me to click on. But if I go back here now, we have the Coca-Cola website. So much to look at, so much to read, so many things, shop, yada, yada, all of these things. Where am I going? What am I going to do? I'm going to sign up from a newsletter. What am I going to do with all of this? It's so much, crazy much. We want a funnel. We want a simple, basic funnel. If we're starting out and we need to get leads, getting people in to nurture them, a basic dandy or a follow-up funnel or an opt-in funnel, which is what I just drew. This is the basic standard page. Feel free to steal this. This is what turns out to work the best for us. Super easy, super simple. Look at this. There's nothing more here. Everything you see on the screen now is what it is. A headline, some information, and a button. And a picture, of course. But that's what it is. If we want to run an offer, we can be slightly more advanced. Here's the Black Friday offer, the funnel for that. Slightly longer, a bit more information, talking about the bonuses, talking about the product, talking about the offer, talking about what it is. That's a different story. Still not a website. You have to know the difference between a website and you need to know what a website and a funnel can do for you in different situations for your business. I think that's an important piece of all of this. Can you show your Black Friday funnel? Well, I can go through here. I can show you at least part of it. If I were to click on the page or the button here, I would go through and let's talk about this for a second here because I think this is important as well. Notice that on the first page here, we're asking for your name, your email, and your business name. You can see the information about the product. But if I fill this out, L would be better if I fill this out with my information. What happens now when I click continue is that information that I just filled out is now collected. Meaning that if I leave from here, now we're a bit more advanced, but this is also an important part of this. If I were to leave from this page now without actually signing up or actually purchasing the product, what would happen in about 15 minutes is I would get an email. I will get it from myself in this case, but I will get an email, an abandoned cart sequence. Because that's another thing. People start to buy stuff. And you've done this, my friend. I know you've done this. I've done it 1,000 times. People start to buy things. They start to check out. And as soon as they start to check out, something happens. The dog barks, the wife calls, you spill coffee, something happens. And you run and take care of that. And then you come back later and you just close the page because you're going to do something. It wasn't that you weren't going to pick it up, but something happened. So again, what do we need to do? We need to remind people to go back and actually finish what they started. And that's what we're doing here. So if I were not to check out here, I will get an email with that. And from here, I'm not going to go through this and buy my own offer. And it would take me a couple of minutes to go in the back end and show you the rest of this, but I'll walk you through the concept of it. What would happen is I would go to an upsell page, and I saw someone asking about upsells. I would definitely recommend upsells depending on what you offer. In this case, what we are offering is a product for the humongous amount of $3. And if we're selling stuff for $3, one important thing in that is to see, can we add more value later on? Or if you're selling a book for $10 or whatever you're selling, you want to add more value, both in terms of what you're actually giving the client, obviously, but you want to add more value to the checkout, to the actual bottom line of what you're actually selling stuff for. So I would definitely recommend upsells. And in this case, I'll tell you what the upsells are. The first upsell for us right here is when you pick up CoachBox, you might need help, or you might want to get help, an individualized help to actually set everything up, understand how things comes together, don't have to worry about the techie stuff, have someone hold your hand and walk you through the entire process of that. So the first thing we're going to offer is, do you want us to help you with that? You want to get access to our coaching space where you get more help and understanding of how things come together. You can get access to that for 3 months and the help to set up all the integrations, figure things out, getting things done, and most importantly, getting your business online fast. Because again, one of the biggest problems is not enough people know who you are or what you offer. So what we want to get you to a place where you're at is somewhere where you actually are seen, which means you need to have a process done. And we looked at this already. 70% of all the sales you could have is coming from the follow-up. So you need to have the follow-up in place, obviously. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. So that's the first upsell we have. And we offer that for $497. So that's a 497 offer. So if you pick up CoachBox for $3 and you choose to get the help and access to the coaching area, you have that for 3 months for 500, which I would say is a fairly good deal. Just knowing that the price we typically charge for just CoachBox is 199 a month. So you're actually making money right there. The second upsell we have is if you need help to create a brand image, logos, pictures of, or not pictures, but logos, colors, fonts. How do your business look and feel and operate? How does that look? That's the second upsell we have. And we offer that for, I think it's 400, 400 or 500, somewhere around there. Meaning that if you were to pick up everything, all the upsells we have in this specific offer, the total amount would be around $1,000, which I would still say is a fantastic deal. But I definitely want to add those upsells, but I don't want to force them on people. You never want to force upsells on anyone. And you never want to add them. Like if you say on the first page, like, this is super easy, everyone can do this, and it's a breeze, and nothing is going to stop you from doing this. And people buy it. And on the first upsell, you say, it's super hard. You will you'll not be able to do this yourself because it's an amazingly hard thing. And you can't, then you lied. Don't lie to people. But offer shortcuts. And that's what upsells should be. They should be shortcuts. They should be ways for people to move faster or get further with less energy. Shortcuts. Look and think about upsells as shortcuts. And what we offer as well is we offer an opportunity for people to do stuff that is not just tied to our product. Because the brand image, if you want to pick that up, go use that everywhere. Use that on Facebook, use that on LinkedIn, use it everywhere. You can use that everywhere. So we're not locking people in. Some products lock people in. You can buy this, but it only works here. And that's what it is. Sure, the setup and the coaching, access to the coaching portal, you can say that kind of locks you in, but it helps you with such a huge shortcut that I think is an important part. And if you want to pick that up, you pick it up. And if you don't want to pick it up, you don't pick it up. And that's fine. We have a bunch of people who come on board who picked up this wonderful offer for $3. But I would always add upsells if I have a low cart value. If I sell a coaching program for 50 or 5,000 or 100,000 or whatever it is, I wouldn't add upsells because they bought a program. They should have everything they need in that. But it's different for all businesses. But shortcuts, my friends, I think it's an important piece of all of that. All right. I think that was pretty much all I wanted to cover in terms of funnels today. I talked about the Black Friday offer. I suggest you go pick it up if you want to get it. I'm not going to force anyone, but I think it's a great way for you to take the shortcut, get CoachBox, test this out. You have the entire training portal, you have the onboarding, you have the support, you have all of that inside of the $3. You're not going to be left standing on your own by the side of the road. You're going to have all the help and support you could possibly need and find to get that set up, but you could also get the help from us to individualize to help you get that set up as well. And you can see it right there, passing by on the screen, joelsgotyourback.com/black-week if you want to go pick that up. Next week, I want your suggestions. What I'm going to talk about next week. We have Christmas coming up in about a month as well. So what do you want to hear? What do you want to learn? What do you want to talk about on these calls? What I would like to invite you to do is I would love for us to have someone bring a funnel and bring some data and actually do a review of your funnel. Let's walk through it. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it operates. And let's see if we can figure out any places where we can improve or change things up. Or if you're running ad campaigns, bring the data. Let's look at it. Let's see if I can give you any suggestions, any pointers, and set it up and help you so it works better. Or anything else. Do you want to know how to get in shape for Christmas? You let me know. I'll bring someone on and we'll talk about great exercises before Christmas. Anyway, we're here to help. That's the goal. So my friend, I wish you a fantastic day. And I hope by the end of this, please comment below if you learned anything about funnels and if you saw any value in this video. Because if you don't see value, I need to talk about other stuff and I need to find other ways to help you. Because all I do is try to help people. My name is Joel, and I wish you a fantastic rest of the week.